In recent months, South Africa experienced devastating floods, causing the tragic loss of 435 lives, displacing tens of thousands and causing significant infrastructural damage. Scientists have found that global warming doubled the likelihood of these heavy rains. The World Weather Attribution Group, a team of dedicated climate scientists, compared current climate conditions to those before the Industrial Revolution. Their findings were startling. Extreme rainfall events like this are now expected to occur once every 20 years, compared to once every 40 years without global warming. These extreme downpours are also 4 to 8% heavier due to human-induced global warming. This study underscores the immediate and real impact of climate change on vulnerable regions. Meanwhile, half a world away, student activists in Australia gathered at the Prime Minister's residence to demand stronger action against climate change. Their sense of urgency was fueled by recent floods that caused fatalities. Climate change is a contentious issue in Australia, a major coal and gas producer and one of the highest per capita carbon emitters. While Australia has a target of net zero carbon emissions by 2050, activists argue that the timeline is too distant. Moving on to North America, recent flooding and global supply chain bottlenecks are causing shortages of foreign wine, beer and hard liquor in Canada. Wines from Australia, New Zealand and South America are particularly affected as they mostly come through Vancouver, which was cut off from the rest of Canada due to floods. Global shortages of glass and aluminum, as well as challenging growing conditions in some countries, are also contributing to delays in getting products on shelves. In conclusion, the recent floods around the world are a stark reminder of the real and immediate impacts of climate change. From the devastating loss of life in South Africa to the political protests in Australia and supply chain disruptions in Canada, we see the ripple effects of these natural disasters. As we move forward, it becomes increasingly clear that addressing the causes and effects of climate change is not just an environmental concern, but a humanitarian one.